Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Conservative Poet with me, Amania. I'm so excited to be back here. I haven't made a video in about 3 weeks. I've Life has been happening. I've been traveling. I went to St. Louis, Missouri for some business, and I'll have a video about that on a subject about St. Louis and how woke they are with certain alphabet business. But any event, that's going to be a video that I will be making um, uh, at some point in the next week or two or so. Hopefully, get it out soon because there's just been so much to cover. I moved. Personal life has been happening to me, so I moved to a new place. I have a new setup, and that's probably it's been one of my struggles trying to figure out how I would be recording. Um, with my new space and everything. So I finally got this down. And so I have a recording space and I'm excited to start putting out more content. So I don't really have a topic that I want to talk about today, but I just wanted to abreast you all about what's going on. And I do have a lot of opinions about a lot that's been going on, especially this insanity at the border. It's like insanity at the border. Why my camera keep freezing every time I say insanity at the border? So, this insanity at the border it's crazy. So I was at one of our local meetings last night, and one of the speakers who is very much connected to the veterans. He is a vet himself, and he is an advocate for veterans. So he's gets alerts about everything veteran. So the good Dr. Vet received an alert telling him that I believe it was either 16 or 18 veterans in New York City has been displaced from the hotel that they were staying now. So that this is vets who has worked for this country, who has probably been injured in reference to their service to this country, and who now has mental instability because of this, because of the service that they've done for the country. And so now they need help to get themselves back together, to get themselves off their feet. And so there's an organization that was helping them. And so they got them off the streets and had them in hotels in New York City. And so the good speaker received an alert that the veterans have now been put out because they are now making room for the illegals who are flooding New York City. Um, they're putting the veterans out on the streets, or they're putting them out of this hotel so that they can make room for the illegals, because the government is paying about $190 a night for the illegals, and this organization is only paying $88 a night for the veterans. So therefore the veterans has got to go. Right? The veterans have got to go. The ones who fought and bled and died for this country has got to go. But the illegals? Hey, you're welcome here. This is a sanctuary city for illegals. But veterans, you're out. And this is what we're facing. This is what's happening. This is what's happening to this country. This is what's happening to red-blooded Americans who died, bled, and served this country, being put out for illegals. So it appears that some Black Democrats are starting to they're starting to wake up. They're starting to see, maybe there's a problem now. Maybe there's a problem. Maybe they really are trying to replace us, because the people in Chicago seem to be waking up. They are waking up because they're like, wait a minute, wait a minute. They're having protests out there in Chicago because the illegals have taken over their space. I mean, we all know Chicago already has problems. They got shootings every weekend. People are dying. People are killing each other left and right. Walmart has packed up and left. I mean, they have issues out there. And now they are being flooded with illegal immigrants from the border. And so if Walmart is shut, now they were getting their groceries and so on from the Walmart, right? And so now Walmart has shut down. So now these black folks have issues. Where they gonna get their groceries? And then make it even worse, now they have more fat mouths to feed in the area. Who do you think they're gonna feed first? The blacks or the illegals? Who do you think they're gonna feed first? Somebody tell me. You answer that question in the comments. Do you think they're gonna feed the illegals first, or are they gonna feed the blacks in the neighborhood first? The Americans, the residents, you know. Who's gonna get that McDonald's burger first? Illegals or Americans? You let me know. This is crazy. But this is what they're facing. This is what they vote for. When you vote for Joe Biden, this is what you vote for. When you vote for your Democrats, this is what you vote for. Because guess what? Biden done told y'all he was building bridges for the illegals to come over. He was building bridges, not walls. That's what he was doing. And where do you think they're going to put them? You think they're going to put them behind in their fancy neighborhoods and their fancy gated communities? Hell no. They're going to put them in your neighborhood. They're going to put them in the ghetto with you. They're going to put them right there in Chicago with you. They're going to put them right there in Baltimore with you. They're going to put them right there in New York City with you. That's where they're going to put them. So, again, illegals taking over all of these Democrat sanctuary cities. And guess what? You voted for it. You asked for it. And it's all yours to deal with because you voted for it.
We really established that this is a humanitarian crisis, and we're here.
South Shore residents responded with resounding rejection.
While this crisis may constitute an emergency for the city of Chicago, it does not constitute an emergency for the South Shore community.
Incoming migrants have overwhelmed district police stations by the hundreds.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Hello.
But city leaders could barely eke out a word of the details about a proposed respite center at the former South Shore High School.
When it comes to
police department, will put 24/7 officers at that location.
Those are exactly the kind of services Southside residents say they've begged for and been denied.
Every homeless immigrant that you bring in, that you scoop up one of the homeless individuals in our community, I think that would be fair.
So, do you think that the Black Democrats in Chicago and all over the United States will start to wake up to this? Will start to see that they have no importance anymore to the government because the government has a new flock of worshipers, taking over their space. So do you think they're going to continue to vote Democrat comes this 2024 election? You know what the definition of insanity is? You keep doing the same thing over and over again. These people have, what's that disease called? When your master keeps beating you, but yet you stay with him? Something like that? Yeah, that's what they're going to be experiencing because the Democrat masters, Joe Biden, is beating them yet again. He beat them once before with the 1994 crime bill, but now they're really whipping them niggas to death with these illegals coming over to take over their space. Do you think they're going to vote Democrat in 2024? They probably will. Because why? They stupid dumb. That's why. They're not learning their lesson out of this. They are not learning their lesson out of this. It is going to be very interesting to watch how this thing plays out in Chicago, how it plays in New York, because there's protests also going on in New York City because of the same. So guys, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties getting this video recorded. I guess the internet's not really working well where I am. This is the first video that I've tried to do since the move, so I'm having difficulties. So I had a lot more to say, but I'm gonna cut this video now. Um, Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. And hopefully, I'll be able to figure out what's happening here in the internet, and so I can do a better job of getting the content out there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we've got a whole lot of souls to save. I'll see you in the next one.